Morning everyone, welcome back. It's March. You know what that means? Start the seed sown. Wait, it does for me. But I'm just going to sow some tomatoes. We've got Brussels sprout Trafalgar, helichrysum, large flowered, onion fastour, onion bonus, and some beetroot bultardi, and not forgetting leek. Right, so so I've got 6 varieties of tomato. I mean, like, some of the names are fantastic, but I'm getting a variety called Rebel Starfighter. Don't you just love that name? Barry's Crazy Cherry, and Sartre Lois, I think that says, and Black Beauty. And I've getting them kindly sent from Jim, Down to Earth with Jim. And I'm getting, now listen to these ones, these are lovely. There's a variety there called Santa Claus, and a variety there called Seven Gnomes, and they were off Camilla, from Camilla's Country Living. I'll just give you a quick, so I'll tell you about the sort roll here. It's a rare intermediate large beefsteak. The Black Beauty is a dark intermediate heirloom variety, and it's known as the world's darkest tomato beefsteak. Then we've got Barry's Crazy Cherry. That's yellow with long trusses. It says you get at least 30 or more on each truss, and about egg-shaped. And the Rebel Starfighter, I just love that name, it reminds me of an 80s movie. It's a rare, indeterminate, 150 to 250 gram deep maroon flesh, and it's in the flavour, and it's the word of the day is umami. I love that word. It's I think it's Japanese for delicious savoury taste. Apparently it leaves a lasting mouth-watering sensation. So without further ado, we'll get some Rebel Starfighter in first. Just put a handful, I'm not putting them all in, because I might sow some later. So I'll just pop them in like that, it'll be easier. I've already done the labels. Do Black Beauty. You know, it feels good to get started sowing. You know, so I've got some chilies on the go at home. You know, like, and they're doing okay. But I will sow more at the end of the month, into April. You know, it's generally cabbages, cucumbers, cauliflowers. You know, I like to sow at a certain time. You know, like where I am in the northeast, because we still get frost. Like, you know, I don't know if you've seen my other video. We had snow 6th of March. It was ridiculous. The ground was that frozen. And then it was the following day. You know, I came over and the snow was gone, but we had a hell of a hard frost. And I couldn't get into the greenhouse because the doors were frozen. Oh, the other one will come out. There we go. Yeah, they're nicely evenly spread out. Right, we'll do the Santa Claus. These are a bush variety. You know, so I've never even heard of the name, right? So I says, oh, I've got to buy them. So we'll just put them in there. You know, it's going to be far too many for me, so I'll probably give like a couple away to friends. Or I'm supposed to be going down to see James, so if these are all right, I might take a couple down for him. Right, that's the tomatoes done. Right, I'll tell you what we'll do the leeks. Right, I like to grow my leeks in these. Just a pot, not seed trays. You know, I find it a lot easier. Got some scissors somewhere. Cut them off. These leeks are from Premier Seeds. So just leave them there. So I just like to sprinkle them round. You know, I'll probably sow some more in April. You know, I'm not sure if these are all seed or not. So I'm not sure if they're going to germinate. But I've got brand new seed. Right, that's the leek done. Right, we'll do beetroot bull tardy. Right, these are classed as a multi-germ. You know, like a multi-germ. There's two varieties of beetroot you can get: monogerm and multi-germ. The multi-germ is you get more than one plant per seed. In the monogerm, you get one plant per seed. Sorry. So I like to just sow one seed per cell. You know, I never sow direct. You know, I find it easier for me to do it this way. And I'll just plant the whole clump. You might get 3 or 4 plants per seed of these. I don't know if there's, you know, if this is a 72 cell tray or, you know, I can't remember. Right, I'll tell you what it is, I'll just leave it at that and I'll do that later. Plonk them in there. Right, next is we'll do the onion fasto. Right, so what I'm going to do with these is I'm going to put 2 to 3 seeds per cell. And for the onion bonus, I'm just going to do 1 seed per cell. And I'm going to see how they do. You know, it doesn't matter if there's, because what it is, I'll plant them out as clumps. You know, I did that with a variety called Walla Walla last year, and they were quite successful. Them, I don't know if you have grown them ones before. You know, I've never. I think I've tried these before. I think these are a replacement for. Yeah, there was a cracking variety and they don't do them anymore. I think it was called Golden Bay. I had some fantastic onions off them. But you know, like I had some good onions last year. You know, and yes, I did them exactly the same way as I'm doing these. You know, like they were good size. I need some more. Where's me? Where did I get to? Oh, there we go. You know, like for, you know, the soil, I've just used a multi-purpose compost and I've given it a good soak. And I've let it settle. You know, I'm going to have loads of onions this year because I've got 3 bags of sets as well. But you know, I generally grow a lot. Take a couple out there, there we go. Right, we'll do some helichrysum. These are also known as straw flowers. I had some beauties last year, they were really good. You know, I like to cut them and you can hang them upside down and they'll last. Right, hence the name everlasting. So I'll just do a sprinkling on there. Do a few more down the bottom. There we go. Always one, isn't there? Doesn't want to go back in the pocket. Do it down there. There we go. Right. We'll do Brussels sprout Trafalgar. You know, I normally grow bonus, but they're normally not bonus, Brody. You know, they're a great variety. Right. I'll take them off. Let's see if I can get into them. Apologies. Oh, there's always one, isn't there? Where's my knife? Come on, there we go. Sorry about this, guys. Right. So I'll do two to three each cell, and I'll thin them. You know, like I'm going to cover these in vermiculite. But I mean, like for the tomatoes, I will take them home and I'll put them on a heat mat with some lights. But you know, like the beetroot and the onions will do fine over here in the cold. Right, I'll just put them on there. Right, I'll just do one. Then I'm going to take this down and we're going to lift some leeks up. Right, I'll do them later. Right, let's dig some of these leeks up. Let's see what we've got. I'll just put the bricks in there. You know, like we've got rabbits over here for the first time in years, so I had to put the netting over. You know, like we've caught two, but I came over the other morning and I seen another two. But you know, like that one there's been nibbled, so I had to put it over. Just take the sticks out, the markers. Right. I'll just lift a couple up, see what we've got. Actually, I'll take three up. Oh, they look okay. I mean, the ground was drying out lovely because I managed to get all this turned over last weekend, and it's just soaking wet. Right, let's tidy this up. Get the old faithful hurry. Take the roots off. Ah, they're not too bad. Let's do that one. They're a good size. These are Musselburgh. Just take the outer sheaths off. Yeah, they look okay. Quite pleased with them. I'll bring them over and show you them. Not bad. Not bad, there's about 6 or 7 left. Yeah, they're okay. I'll put them in the tray. Right, before I go, I was kindly given some Jerusalem Artichokes of Terry King. You know what it is, I've never grown them before. So he sent us 4. You know, like they were a bit soft, so all I've done is I put them in water for about 2-3 days and they're solid. So if you have anything that's soft like potatoes or anything, just put them in some water. Right, so what it is, I've half filled this with like compost and soil. You know, I've never grown them before, so it'll be interesting. I know they grow like tall, they've got like sunflower. So that's how I've done them. Can you see that? Yeah. Champion. Yeah, I'm just gonna top them off. Lovely. Right, I'll just take this mud off. Sorry, I'm just going off camera a second because all the mud's on me muck boots. And I'll take this back up to the greenhouse because I want to show you some labels that somebody's done us. You know, like they've been done on a 3D printer. Right. I'll take yours off there. Right. Come with me. We'll have a look up the top. Boy, that sun's bright. Right, I'll just turn yours round. I'll have to put my glasses on again. Wherever I put them. There they are. Right. These are them here. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, can you see they've been done with a, you know, they put it in with a broad bean sutton there. There's cabbage stonehead, French bean pongo, sprout Trafalgar, so I'll have to put that over there. There's the runner bean white lady and Savoy cabbage cordosa. So all you do is you get a Sharpie pen, and apparently he told us to go on the inside, right there, and that's what it looks like. I mean, I think I've missed a bit because I didn't have my glasses on, but yeah, that's very kind. There was a subscriber sent me them, so thank you very much. Right, so that's the first lot of seeds done. Looking good. Sorry it's been a long one. Right, I'll take them glasses off. Right, that's it for today. Thanks for watching.